Good day to one and all. We, the team Budget from Federal Institute of Science and Technology, is here to give a detailed analysis of budget. First and foremost, let me welcome my friends, my team, my soulmates to the presentation. Master Akash S, Ms. Arya N.A., Master Harshankar S, and myself, Master Rududev V.S. So let's get into the comprehensive analysis of budget 2022-23. Before I begin, what do you mean by a budget? Why do we need a budget? What is the relevance of a budget in the Indian economy? We will discuss this question one by one. Beginning with Article 112 of the Indian Constitution talks about the annual financial statement. Surprisingly, the word budget is not mentioned in the Constitution. You must have noticed that your parents may contain a diary which contains all the expenses and incomes for a particular year or a month. When we take this to the top level of the hierarchy, that is of a whole country, it becomes a union budget. A budget is just a spending plan based on income and expenditure. Next, why do we need a budget? A budget helps create a financial stability by tracking expenses and following a plan. Yes, a plan, a well-constructed plan. Budgeting can help you make better financial statements and decisions, prepare for emergencies, get out of the debt, and stay focused on a long-term financial goals. The highlights of Union Budget 2022-23 focuses on digital currency and technology and sectors like infrastructure, health, education, and provisions for e-service to the masses. India posted a 9.2% GDP growth, the highest among all the economies. When we talk about tax push, almost 73% has been collected by November 2021, which has been the highest among the last 10 years. The word budget is derived from a beautiful word from a beautiful language. Yeah, the French old language. The word budget is derived from the word pocket, which means a small bag. You must have noticed that on 1st February every year, the Union Finance Minister walks into the floor of Lok Sabha with a pouch, with a red color pouch on her hand, which contains some documents. Yeah, that document is the budget. That documents she will be presenting before the members of the Lok Sabha and also before the thriving press. That is the budget. Now, let me welcome my friends to give you a detailed and structured analysis of the budget 2022-23. Thank you. And wait, we will meet again for what? To scrutinize the budget, to find the faults in the budget, and I can give you some reforms that we need on the budget. Thank you.
Today, we Team Boget proudly present you the analysis of Union Budget 2022-23. The major four pillars of development of Union Budget 2022-23 are inclusive development, productivity enhancement, energy transition, and climate action. The PM Gati Shakti is the national master plan developed by Bhaskaracharya Institute for Space Application and Geoinformatics, and its aim include to reduce the logistic cost, that is, the transformative approach driven by roads, railways, ports, airports, mass transport, and waterways, and logistic infrastructure. That the major significance is that the current logistic cost in India is about 30% of GDP. So it can be reduced to an extent of 8%. It's a better realization price to farmers and availability of good at cheaper. The inclusive development and will have a lot of subdivision of these. Important ones include agriculture and food processing. It's a promoting post-harvest value addition. That is, use of Kisan drones to aid farmers for their crop assessments, and a rationalized comprehensive scheme to increase the domestic production of oilseed. And also, several river linking projects are also included, like Ken Bedwa project. The skill development session includes DESH Start Key Portal, which will be launched to empower citizens to skill, reskill, or upskill online training. And also, Drone Shakti for Drone as a Service also promoted to facilitate startups. Coming to health setup, National Digital Health Ecosystem, which consists digital registers for health facilities, unique health identity, and consent framework. National Tele Mental Health Program, which launched for the quality counseling, and the integrated architecture of Mission Shakti, Mission Valsalya, Saksham Anganwadis. 2 lakh Anganwadis to be upgraded to Saksham Anganwadis and that have better infrastructure. The welfare focused schemes are implemented during this budget. Harghar, Nal Se Jal, etc. are the 2 major for the allocation of 60 crore have been made with an aim to cover 3.8 crore households in 2022-23. And PM Awas Yojana, 8 lakh house to be completed in 2022-23. And PM Divine Aspirational Blocks Program for the development of lagging of aspirational districts. And MSME, interlinking various portals like Udayam, eShram, NCS, ASEAN portals, will now perform as portal with live organic database, providing G2C, B2C, B2B services. ECLGS, focus on the hospitality and related services, micro and small enterprises, and to regain the pre-pandemic level of business. Credit Guarantee Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. 2 lakh crore for micro small enterprises and expand employment opportunities. And RAM, raising and accelerating MSME performance. Program will help MSME sector become more resilient and competitive and efficient.
Hi everyone, I'm Harshangaras and I'm here to talk about Union Budget 2022-23. Productivity enhancement and investment, sunrise opportunities, energy transition and climate action. Productivity enhancement and investment. Ease of doing business 2.0 trust-based governance. Integration of central and state level system through IT bridges. Expanded scope of Parivesh portal will enable application for all 4 approvals through a single form. Tracking of process through centralized processing center green, CPC green, unique land parcel identification number for IT-based management of land records. Promotion of adoption or linkage with the National Generic Document Registration System, NGDRS, with the One Nation, One Registration software as an option for union process for registration and anywhere registration of deeds and documents. Support to 5G under PLI scheme, the contract for laying optical fiber in all the villages, including remote areas, will be awarded under the BharatNet project through PPP. As per promotion, development of enterprise and service hub to reduce imports and promote Atmanirbhar Bharata, opening up defense R&D for industry, startup and academia, ease of living, e-passport, enhance convenience for citizens in their overseas travel, modernization of building bylaws, town planning schemes and transit-oriented development will facilitate reform for people to live and work closer to mass transit system, establishing center of excellence in urban. Shift to use of public transport in urban with zero fossil fuel policy and EV vehicle. Providing a battery swapping policy as an alternative to setting up charging stations in urban areas. Sunrise opportunities. Artificial intelligence, geospatial system and drone semiconductor and its ecosystem space economy genomic a pharmaceutical green energy and clean mobility system have immense potential to achieve suitable development at scale and modernize the country. Provide employment opportunities for youth. For R&D in these sunrise opportunities, in addition to efforts of collaboration among academia, industry and public institution, government's contribution will be provided. Energy transition. A low carbon development strategy as enunciated in Punjab with sustainable development. Solar power for manufacture of high efficiency modules. Circular economy, expected to help in productivity creating large opportunities. Technology, upgradation and integration, supported by active public policies covering regulations. Climate action, transition to carbon neutral economy. 5 to 7% biomass pellet will be co-fired in thermal power plants resulting in CO2 saving of 38 MMT annually. Provide extra income to farmers, job opportunities to locals help to avoid stubble burning in agriculture fields. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Akash, and I'm here to speak on the topic financing of investments. Today about direct tax, the income tax. A new provision is introduced to allow tax payments to update the past return and include omitted income by additional tax payment. The tax incentive period is extended by 1 year for startups. Eligible startups incorporated under Section 80 IAC will now get tax benefits until March 31, 2023. An alternate minimum tax to be reduced to 15% for cooperative societies. In case of indirect taxes, basically GST and customs, the record collection of rupees 1,40,986 crore gross GST revenue in January 2022 was highest since GST inception, and concessional customs duty on import of capital goods to be phased out. The initial rate is 7.5% to be imposed, and more than 350 exemptions on importing some agricultural products, chemicals, drugs, etc. will be phased out. To say about education, 2 years of education regression for school-going children means we need to double up effort and spending the bridge education gaps. NEP has advocated a 6% of GDP to a directed towards education. When we remain far short, the announcement of tech-based platforms, One Class, One TV channel program of PM eVidya for school children, and the establishment of a digital university where we need of an hour. And digital university to set up for online education focusing on ICT using a hub and spoke model. One Class, One TV channel program of PM eVidya will be expanded from 12 to 200 TV channels. This will be enable all states to provide supplementary education in regional languages for classes 1 to 12. And to say about virtual currency, RBI to introduce the digital rupee using blockchain technology starting 2022-23. And in digital banking, an online bill system will be launched to reduce the delay in payment. All central ministries will use it, and credit goes increasing by rupees 5.4 lakh crore this year, the highest in many years. And to say about the defense, the 68% of capital procurement budget in defense will be earmarked for the domestic industry in 2022 to 23. And to say about the infrastructure, roadways, railways, waterways, and logistics, new rail products in the form of one station, one product, 400 next generation Vande Bharat trains and 100 PM Gati Shakti cargo terminals over the next 3 years provide integration of NIP with Gati Shakti and is likely to prove crucial in employment generation, and as the transport network is rich in terms of backward and forward linkages with the rest of the economy. And 400 Vande Bharat trains with high efficiency for passengers will be developed in the next 3 years, and for multimodal national park contracts will be awarded in FY23. And PM Gati Shakti master plan for expressways will be formulated in the next financial year. And the scope of PM Gati Shakti master plan will encompass the 7 engines of the economic transformation. And to say about the employment, the product link incentive PLI scheme for achieving the Atmanirbhar Bharat has received an excellent response, potentially creating 60 lakh new jobs and additional production of 30 lakh crore during the next KCAP digit 5 years. And that's all. Thank you.
The Indian economy is gradually recovering from the impact of pandemic. To aid this recovery and to further promote growth, we need a boost to consumption and demand. The most demands and consumption comes from the lower class and middle class family. So what we needed was a possible reconstruction of the tax slabs, which provides some relief to the poor and the middle class family. But on this ground, the union budget disappoints us as it retains the existing tax slabs and does not provide any relief to the people. Now, let me take you through some of the Hindu articles which has currently been on the newspaper. As you can see, the Manrega has been declining over the past days, or the past years. The Manrega addresses the working class of India and it has been declining for the past. When we look at the higher education and school education sector, it has been slightly increasing but not that too much. One of the main points that I like to highlight in this higher education, school education sector is about the digital divide that is being currently going through in the Indian economy. What is a digital divide? Some may have mobile phones, some may have laptops, some may don't have to access the internet, to go through the online classes, etc. That is the digital divide. Although our union budget focuses on the TV channels, 200 plus TV channels has been allocated for budget, but the budget does not touch the digital divide which has been currently going on in the Indian economy. Next, as you notice that there has been a 16% hike in the healthcare sector. But when we compare it with the revised estimates of last year, there is no budgetary allocation for healthcare this year. And also, there is no budgetary allocation for the emergency fund. And this is one of the scrutiny given by the experts. So, what we have discussed till now? We have discussed about the budget, the introduction of the budget, why do we need a budget? And my friends have given a detailed analysis of budget 22-23, and also we have scrutinized the budget. Everything, every single flavor in a small piece of bottle. That's the beauty of our team. Whichever government comes to power, the budget always gives a hope, an aspiration of light to the people of India. With that statement, let me conclude our presentation. Thank you. Thank you everyone.